Hey everybody, welcome to week 7.5. So you remember, today is the day that the next week starts while we're still finishing week 7. So there's that kind of curious overlap here for the next few days. So this is the start of week 7.5, and yet this is the second to last day of week 7. So just a couple things to get out of the way right now. Remember, all your week 7 stuff needs to be done by the end of the day tomorrow, as well as all of your late work. So I'm not going to accept any late work on Sunday, which is Easter, or Monday, which is the last day of the term. So it's today and it is tomorrow. So that's when all the late work has to be in. So just remember that. Now, the week 7.5 stuff, there's a couple of assignments you're going to be doing this week. There's one last kind of reflective discussion board post where you kind of just think back on all the things you've learned and kind of what you've gone over this term. We're going to be doing that. So that starts today, and that's going to end on Monday at 11:59 p.m. So what is it that we're really doing in this last kind of abbreviated week? Well, this should really be an opportunity for us to kind of look back and see how things have gone overall in the class, to see how we've been able to kind of take these things we've been learning about and integrate them into our various career paths. Look, that's the whole point of a class like this. Frankly, that's the whole point of your program and a school like Bryan Stratton. Bryan Stratton is unique among institutions of higher education in that it is a career college. You come here to get ready for a very specific career path. You all know that, right? But part of what that means is every single thing we do in every single class, including in INFT, should be directing you toward that goal or putting you on that path. So when we're talking about Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, when we're talking about browsers, computer hardware, all sorts of other things that we've been talking about, all of that, we want to try to find ways to contextualize it. We want to find ways to bring it back to why this really matters to us in terms of our future career goals. So you've heard me say that many times in my notes to you, you've read it or you've heard it in my audio notes, is finding ways to make all this information relevant, trying to make it real world, trying to tie this to the kind of work you're going to be doing. Because that's really the goal, not just of this class, but of this entire college. So I hope you did do that. I hope you found that to be an important exercise, seeing how this stuff really does matter. Not just how does Excel work? You learned that, but why does it matter that Excel works this way? How does PowerPoint work? How do I put slides in and animations? Okay, that's good, but why is it relevant? How am I going to be using this down the road? That's really what matters to me. And so often I was giving people points on assignments because you were doing a really good job of just that, showing the relevance of all of this. And so if there's anything that you can learn from this class, broadly speaking, I mean, hopefully you're learning a lot about Microsoft Office and everything, but kind of broadly speaking in terms of habits of mind or things to kind of keep you going in other classes, it's relevance, trying to find ways to make all this information important to you and to the career path you've chosen. That's really what we're looking for here, folks. It doesn't matter if you're going to go to criminal justice or social work or early childhood education or human services, et cetera, accounting, whatever. You want to try to find ways to make all of this relevant. That's how you're getting your money's worth in college. Look, when I was in college, I spent a long time in college and in graduate school, many years, especially in my undergrad. I just took classes to take classes. I majored in English and political science, and I was happy to do it. I liked that, but I didn't really think that much about, well, where is this going to lead? Broadly, I kind of thought, well, maybe education, or maybe law school, or maybe seminary, and I did go to seminary. Um, but when I took my classes, there wasn't much thought of, is this making you a better citizen? Is this making you better prepared for your career down the road? We didn't really talk about that stuff very much. Now, I got a good education. I was happy to study what I did study. But one thing that was lacking was this idea of, why does this matter in the grand scheme of things? And so I want you to keep that in mind as you go forward into other terms, other semesters, other classes, is, why does this matter? Why is it relevant? How am I going to incorporate this into my life, into my job? So if you do that, you're really going to get your money's worth. You're going to really see the value of your education here at Bryan Stratton. And that's really, to me, folks, the thing that matters most. So I was really happy to have you all in my class. I wish you all well. certainly always feel free to drop me a line and let me know how things are going, or if you have any questions about stuff, about computers, or about college in general. I'd be happy to talk to you and kind of lend you my 2 cents. Best of luck to you folks, and I hope things go well for you next term. Thanks.